What is up, traders? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I traded Bitcoin against the United States dollar and made someone's salary in under 2 hours. Let's get into it. So going into my analysis for this chart, the first thing that I did was identify my trend. And how do we do that? We figure out whether the market is forming higher highs or lower highs, or vice versa, higher lows or lower lows. So as we can see in this chart right here, this market is in fact forming higher highs, right? It's forming higher highs and higher lows. That's the first thing that we can see, right? The second thing that we're supposed to do is identify our areas of support and resistance, right? That just helps us have a clear view on the chart and the objective of price, right? There we go. So thirdly, we want to make sure, we just want to see if there's some sort of, wait, let me just actually remove this. Because now we already know we have an uptrend, right? Because we were forming higher highs and higher lows, right? So we already know we have an uptrend. So thirdly, what we want to do is see if price has been forming a channel or not, right? This just helps us focus on what we need to focus on in this instance. There we go. So right here we can see we have an inclining diagonal, right? So we have a channel and we have this diagonal that's inclining, and price is trapped inside of this channel. So we can see that price was moving quite strongly to the upside until we got to this area of interest right here, this psychological area right here. So we can see buyers were in strong in the market, and then when we got here, the buyers started losing their power, and we started seeing a lot of pressure from sellers. That's why price has been failing to break above this psychological area right here, right? I'm just gonna place this rectangle right here just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. So as you guys can see, when price got to this psychological area right here, a lot of sellers started entering the market, right? Making it difficult for price to make it above this psychological area. So when we got to this area right here, I knew that we were gonna sell, right? Firstly, because I saw an influence of a lot of sellers entering the market. Secondly, we formed a double top, right? We formed a double top. The first touch was here and the second touch was here, this area right here. So that formed a double top, right? So I could have just instantly entered my sell positions here, but me being me, I wanted to enter a trade that has a very high probability, right? So I waited for a third confirmation. So for a third confirmation, what I was basically waiting for was for price to break below, this trend line that we see right here. I wanted price to do something like this. Let me just draw it out for you guys to see. I wanted price to do something like this. And then ideally this is where I would enter my position, right? When we get to here, when we retest this trend line and have ourselves a strong bearish candle, right? So this is where I would enter my my position. So yeah, this was my analysis on this market, and let's see how it played out. Remember, right now we're just waiting for the breakout below this trend line. Boom, here we go. We had ourselves the breakout below this trend line, right? So from now on, all I just had to do now is wait for price to retest this trend line and continue selling. So now the question became, how do I know where price is gonna turn to continue selling, right? Because now it was temporarily buying, because it's going through a correction phase, right? It's going through a correction phase. So the most important thing is to know when price is going to continue selling, and for that we use the Fibonacci retracement tool. I use the Fibonacci retracement tool to kind of figure that out, right? So I took it from where price started like being volatile in the sell to the low, right? So yeah, so now how do I know exactly at which level price was gonna turn to continue selling? I have to look where, for me to find out, I have to look where most sellers entered the market, right? And I'm gonna show you where that is. This area right here is where most sellers entered the market, and I'm gonna show you why I say that, right? In past events, you can see when price got around to this area, it failed to break above, and it went and sold, right? Same thing happened here. When price got here, a lot of sellers entered the market and overpowered the buyers, and price sold. Same thing happened here. So we have enough reason to assume and expect for price to turn around somewhere around anywhere between the 61% area and the 50% area before it continues by selling, right? So that's what we're expecting. We're expecting price to turn somewhere here when it's about to continue selling. So let's see how everything played out. There we go. There we go. Oh, sorry. This is good enough. So when price basically touched our area of interest right here, all we just had to do was just put our set up our short position right here, and of course our stop loss always goes above above our area of interest, which is here, right? Since this is the area where a lot of previous sellers entered the market, we can just go ahead and place our stop loss slightly above that, right? This is where our stop loss is. And then how do we know where to set our take profit? So we basically use this Fibonacci instrument because it measured this volatile movement, right? So we're expecting the same movement here. So we're gonna use this Fibonacci to measure where our take profit is gonna be, right? And ideally, this is where our take profit should be, as you guys can see, right? But then usually, just to be a bit safe, I like just setting my take profit just slightly above where I'm predicting it to go. So I basically place it here. Actually, that's where I placed it because I already took this trade, and There we go. That's where I place my take profit. Even though technically speaking I was supposed to place it around here, yeah, I just placed it slightly higher just for safety measures, because a lot of the times price starts losing momentum when it's about to reach the take profit, right? Or when it's about to reach the area of interest. So I'm just going to remove this Fibonacci for now, just to make everything look clearer and stretch out the setup, right? And that's where my stop loss would be for now. Sorry. So when it comes to where I entered my trade or position, I entered my position when we had this hammer candle, right? When this hammer candle closed, that's when I entered my entry, right? So I'm just gonna adjust it to the bearish hammer candle. That's where I entered my trade, and then within the next two candles, you guys can see that I started going to profit, right? Started falling into profits. And then always remember that as soon as you go into profits, adjust your stop loss into profits. And then there you go, guys. As you guys can see, from there on we just went into profits, and my take profit got hit. And as you guys can see, I played it safer by setting my take profit higher, because we started having a reversal here. As you guys can see, we started having a reversal, and if I had placed it here, if I had placed my take profit there, price would have turned without hitting my take profit, guys. So setting it here where I set it was the safer option. So yeah, guys, that's about it. We've now reached the end of the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do make sure you're subscribed. Please make sure you hit the notification bell and hit the like button. It actually helps me out a lot, guys, because all I want to do is just share my knowledge and educate you guys, right? So you engaging with me lets me know that you're actually like learning something from me. So I really appreciate that. And if you would love to trade with my recommended broker, please do check out the description below. And if you would love to trade with my recommended prop firm, also hit the check out the description below. See you next time.